started. Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jackie Green from the Chatham County Council on Aging. I'm glad you are here. Actually, let me do this. Let me try that again. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jackie Green from the Chatham County Council on Aging. Glad you are here with us. And we are here for Strong and Fit. And we will have class, we will start our arthritis class the 18th of April. So until then, we'll be doing Strong and Fit. And it'll be nice to go back to the Arthritis Foundation's format for a bit, and then that'll bring us to when we do our pool class.
Jackie, will we continue on Mondays and Fridays in April then?
Yes, sir. Yep,
Okay.
we're just going to change the format a little bit. That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yep. I won't bail on you guys. I think it's too important that we do this time slot. We do this on a consistent basis. I do 2 classes on a consistent basis. I do the 8, which is right now at 8:15, and it may stay at 8:15. And then I do the 10 o'clock on Monday and Friday. I have seen the new space in the senior center. They're making good progress on that, which is really good. And that is, you know what? Bear with me a minute. I don't have this exactly the way I want it. Let's try that now. I gotta be able to see. We got small class in person today. We got more people online than we got in person. That's telling us something.
It's cold.
There you go. It's cold. That's a good answer.
It's better to be indoors to exercise.
That's right. So I'm going to go ahead and close this door and let's leave it propped in case somebody else comes. That way I do have the heat on. So I was trying to get it warmer in here. So how's everybody feeling today? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs over. Let's do a person. Okay. Anything in particular? Your legs just fatigued or sore or pain? Achy. Okay. All right. Oh, I thought I changed my view on here. Let me try that again. All right. Now I can see all you guys. So Marilyn, how are you this morning?
Oh, fine. Thank you.
Fine. Val?
Good.
All right. I see. Is Bruce with you today, Karen?
No, he's out today.
Okay. Ed, did you give me a thumbs up? I see Mary Lou's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And how about you, Joy? All right. Very good. All right. Let's get started. So what I want to do today, and here comes Marilyn. Yay! The other Marilyn. Marilyn 2. Marilyn 1 is already on.
Yeah.
So we are going to start with our warm up today, and we're going to go ahead and walk around and get your joints warmed up a little bit. Remember, do a heel toe strike. So strike with the heel, roll to the toe so that you get a natural stride going. And let me do one more thing here. I gotta all right, I'm gonna do something different. I don't have my music and I'm gonna have to change everything. So I'll change what I was thinking about doing. That is fine. So just walk around, get warmed up a little bit. Yeah, let's do some bicep curls. Just bend at your elbows. Okay. Go ahead if you want to do your propeller arms. All right, you're going around in a circle, moving those elbows, go the other way. All right. Now, can you raise your arms and lower your arms? Get your shoulders working. Okay. Again, think about your heel, strike with the heel, roll to the toes, the best of your ability. Okay, let's come down and let's do some wrist circles. Go the other way. Open and close those hands. Ooh, I feel that today.
Yep.
I feel that part today. We were working on putting up our hoop house over the weekend, and I was using a drill and putting in nuts and bolts and okay, play the piano, go up and down the keyboard, and with a little bit of a chill that we've got in the air, I can feel it. Actually, I'm gonna put my jacket back on. I'm still chilly. Okay. All right, roll those shoulders back. Really feel the movement in your shoulders. Don't go too far too fast, right? You lift those shoulders up, bring them around. Can you do it with just the left shoulder? Then do it with the right shoulder. Now, can you bring it one at a time and go one shoulder, the other shoulder? So it's like you're rowing a boat. One oared, I should say. I don't know if you've ever rowed a boat. There's multiple ways you can row it. You can row it both arms at the same time, which tends to make more sense. And then when you're a kid, you try it one oar at a time. And it's fun because your boat goes like this as you're going through the water. Like I told you, it's just because you know you can, not because it's efficient, but you don't have anything else to do with your time, right? And let's go ahead and stand next to our chairs and let's get some mobility in our feet. Let's do some ankle circles. Oh, that feels good too. Go the other way. I was climbing a ladder a lot, so I can feel that in my feet because you kind of hold on with your toes, even though you got a shoe on. Switch to the other foot. Ooh, that feels good. Boy, I need that one. Go the other direction. All right, feet flat on the floor, curl your toes and lift them. You can do your hands at the same time, curl and lift your toes and your fingers. Trying to get all that all those joints moving, get the circulation going, get the hyaluronic acid going in those joints. All right, and let's do a little bit of kicking. Get the knees moving. Okay, just swing that leg back and forth, but you're bending the knee when you're doing it. Okay, let's switch feet. I can now, after having my knee replaced, so it's been a year and 3 months or something. I can now go down a ladder one foot than the other foot, but I can't go up a ladder yet. Oh, because it takes too much pressure on this knee and I still sound like I've got grit in my knees. Did you notice that with your knee, Ed, or do I just need to go and get some more physical therapy? Can you do stairs, Ed, with both feet without making a lot of noise?
Yes.
I can't climb ladders like that though, for some reason. I still have too much, and maybe it's because I have to lift my knee so high and put so much pressure on it. I may have to talk to a physical therapist. All right, let's sit down. All right, and now and Marilyn, how did you do after the last time, Marilyn, with your hip?
Which
You were
Mary?
okay? Marilyn 2, not Marilyn 1.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and do hip circles. Do 2 one way and then go 2 the other way. All right, and let's switch hips. Go 2 one way, 2 the other way. Let's go back to the first one and do 2 each way again. I'm doing that so you don't feel like you're really stressing that thigh joint before the thigh muscle before you get it warmed up and everything. All right, and now put your hands on your thighs. I gotta get where I can see you. All right, and we're gonna go around the inside of the pickle barrel with our head. And then go the other way. Ooh, I feel this in my lower back. Anybody else feel this in your lower back today as you're warming up?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so just go gentle, okay?
Mhm.
Let's go back the first way again. All right, and then switch again. It's good to give these body parts all an opportunity to move, right? Because I don't know about you, but I don't move them all every day unless we do this, okay? All right, so now let's do a seated cat-cow. All right, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me. Okay, so you're gonna, let me take this off because it's easier to see me in this light, especially for doing this move if I don't have my dark shirt on. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you wanna bring your chin to your chest, go into cat, so you're arching your back like a cat does. Okay, chin to your chest, now lift your chin, bring your shoulders back, bring your hips back, arch your back the other way like a cow, go back to cat, chin to chest, hips are forward, shoulders are forward, back is circled backwards, go back to cow. And each time you move it, try to get a little bit more mobility in that spine in different areas. Try to go one vertebrae at a time. Try to get them to separate and go one way. And then go the other way. Oh, that feels wonderful. Our body is so meant to move. So now we're gonna do, so we just did the spine front to back curving. So now let's go ahead and drop the left shoulder, okay? Raise the right shoulder, and it's like you're making a sideward C, okay? Now go the other way. Raise the left shoulder. Go back and do the, we're gonna go back and forth. So you're doing a C to the side, and then a reverse C, whatever you might call that. A kindergarten C.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now let's do our head. Let's look over our left shoulder, and then remember, don't go too far too fast. Straight ahead, go over your right shoulder. We're just gonna go little by little, try to get a little bit more mobility as we go. Left, center, and right, and center and left. Try to go a little farther, center and right. We are so blessed that we can move. Can you imagine if you couldn't move like this? Even to
Yeah.
the ability that you can, even if you can't move, as much as you used to. All right, now let's do a head tilt and bring our left ear to our left shoulder. Leave the shoulder low. Keep your chin facing forward. So your eyes should still be facing me. Okay, but they're just at an angle now. Go the other way. Oh man, I feel this. Up and to the left. I spent quite a bit of time standing on the ground too, looking up at a high ladder while somebody else was doing some of the work. And after a while, I was like, I can't look up that long. I guess it hurt my neck. Okay, now let's do little circles with our neck. Gentle, always be gentle with that neck. Go the other way. And again, if you feel pain, or if you feel like an electrical pulse going through, stop, because that's telling you something. Let's roll those shoulders back again. Let's roll the left and roll the right. And then roll them like you're rowing, one and then the other. All right, now let's do them both at the same time. That feel good to move.
Mhm.
All right, let's do some hands. Open and close those hands. And do your toes as you do your hands, okay? So we're open and closing, okay? Now, can you apart and together? Try to do your toes at the same time too. So I'm spreading my fingers apart and pulling them together. Try to do the same thing with your toes in your shoes, okay? Stretch them and together. Stretch them. My feet seem to have a mind of their own. I'm telling them to do something and I can tell they're not behaving themselves. When I try to spread my toes, it makes my big toe come up on this foot. It's weird, but I can sense it, but it's kind of like, no, that's not what I want you to do. Do the other thing. Together and apart. Oh, I got to work on that. You just never know until you try. All right, let's do the knuckle wave. Okay, so our hands are up and just bend the big knuckle. Okay, straight and bend, and straight and bend, and straight and bend. And I know this can be hard, especially when we have arthritis in our hands.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll do the knuckle wave. So keep that big knuckle straight and bend the other ones like you're making a claw. This is cat's claw. Okay. All right, let's rest those hands and roll those shoulders again. I got to meet my grand kitty
Oh,
Oh,
on Friday. My son, he got a cat for Christmas and I hadn't been to his house. I had seen him, but I hadn't been to his house to see his kitty. And she's so cute. Her name is Scarlet, and she's one of those kind of tan, orangey tabby ones. And she's got a really cool tail because her tail has all these stripes on it,
yeah.
like a raccoon, but they're not black stripes, they're white stripes. She's really cool. All right, let's go ahead and start with our belly. Okay, and we're going to tuck our tailbone under. Okay, and we're going to tighten our abs. Okay, pull those abs in toward the spine. Okay, count to 5 out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Whew, who can feel that already? Okay,
Yeah.
make sure you're sitting tall and proud. Pull that chin back so your ears are over your shoulders. Okay, relax the shoulders down. When you tighten your belly, think about not tightening your neck and not tightening your shoulders. So a lot of times when I see people tighten their belly, I see them do this. And they lift their shoulders to tighten their belly and they hold their breath. Okay, so I want you to really make an effort to keep your ears over your shoulders. And when you tighten your belly, you're not lifting your shoulders. Okay, keep everything relaxed. Ready? So tuck your tailbone, tighten the belly, and count to 5. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Okay, tighten your tuck your tailbone, tighten your belly. We're at 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Tuck your tailbone and tighten your belly. We're at 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Now, just for good measure, let's look over our left shoulder. Let's make sure that we're not tensing our neck. Straight ahead over our right shoulder. Straight ahead, left. Straight ahead and right. Okay, let's go back to our belly again. Tuck your tailbone. And again, the reason we tuck our tailbone is so that when we tighten our belly, we're not straining our lower back. Because if you arch your back and do this, you're going to feel it in your lower back. So if you tuck your tailbone, like you're a bad dog, and then you tighten your abs and you keep everything else relaxed, the abs are what's doing all the work. Okay, so we're at 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And tuck your tailbone, tighten your abs. We're at 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. We're going to add in the Kegels. Okay, so we're going to tuck our tailbone. We're going to tighten our abs. Again, shoulders are relaxed, neck is relaxed, but then we're going to tighten our Kegels. And we're at 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. That gets me every time. When I add the Kegels, it really takes that little bit more of energy that I can feel the fatigue. Okay, so tuck the tailbone, tighten the abs, tighten the Kegels. We're at 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And it's funny because sometimes I start to count and I tighten on one, especially the Kegels, and then I relax them. And by the time I get to 3, it's like, no, I got to tighten those. Okay. So if you struggle with those things, I do too. Okay. So again, let's tuck our tailbone, tighten our abs, tighten your Kegels, and we're at 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And we got one more. Lee's shaking her head at me like, no. Okay, here we go. Tuck your tailbone. All right, tighten your abs, tighten your Kegels, and we're at 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Hands on the back of the chair. Here you go, Lee. This is your favorite. It's her prize for doing such a good job of doing the other one. Okay, so stretch out that chest, relax the belly, relax the back, and let's tuck the chin to the chest. Okay, feel the stretch down the middle of the back. for the neck. Take the chin to the left shoulder. Feel that stretch. Straight down. Chin to the right shoulder and down. And let's sit up nice and straight. Roll those shoulders back again. Oh, movement is such medicine. Let's just kind of move. Whatever feels good, just move. Okay? Figure out what feels good to you today. All right? And every day will be different. Oh, it looks like I've got, oh, it's a stick. It's a little tiny twig. It looked like an alpaca pellet to me, or a rabbit pellet. You can tell what I think of when I see things.
Yep.
All right. So we are gonna work our legs today. Okay. So what I want to do is, let's go ahead and put our left leg out straight. Can you guys see my leg when I put it out straight? I'm having trouble seeing because I've got a certain view of the computer, and when I do, my leg disappears into the floor. So let's go ahead and sit tall and proud. Okay. Let's sit here for a moment and let's just analyze what we're feeling as we sit here. Okay. So can you pull your shoulders back and move your shoulders until you feel like they're level? Okay. And pull your chin back and see if you can feel if your ears are level. Just kind of move around. Okay. And now we're going to take, that's a lot of work right there. Can you feel your body working, just keeping yourself in that position?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's work right there. That's what I want you to think about during the day. So let's bend the knee a minute and let's just sit here. Okay. And let's close our eyes and see if we can maintain this position. Okay. So close your eyes and see if you can feel your shoulders still even. Feel your ears still over your shoulders. Again, move around and see if you can come back to that position. Okay, so kind of wiggle around in your chair a little bit with your eyes closed. And then bring yourself back to shoulders over hips and ears over shoulders. Okay. Now, once you have this position, open your eyes and see if you're where you think you were. Okay, so usually when you then open your eyes, you can tell whether your head is maybe a little more crooked than you thought, because, oh, wait a minute, I thought I was up here and I thought my shoulders were even, but now that I'm looking, I can kind of tell that they're not even. Okay. So we want to think about all these things. All right. Now let's go ahead and put our left leg out straight, and you want to be out toward the front of your chair. So your leg is straight, your tushies on the chair, your thighs aren't there. Okay. And we're gonna, if you need to, we're gonna tighten this quadricep, this thigh muscle. And if you need to get it started, bend the knee just a little bit. And when you straighten it, it will tighten that muscle. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna tighten the leg, and then we're gonna slowly lift the leg up. We're gonna lower it, and we're gonna relax. Okay. Now, before we lift it the second time, I really want you to make sure that you do a tailbone tuck. Now, if you find, so let me give you another variation. If your lower back tends to hurt or your hips tend to hurt, okay, then the thing to do is to do what we're doing, but with a bent knee. Like even if you bring up this knee and bring it back down, you will find that you work your thigh. It's not as much as if you have your leg open because you have a longer lever, okay? So if your hip bothers you, when your leg is out straight, bend the knee and then do the lifts and hold and lower, okay? Either way, I want you to make sure that you tuck your tailbone into bad dog. That protects that lower back. So tuck the tailbone. We're gonna tighten the quadricep, lift the leg, lower, and relax. So tighten, lift, lower, relax. Now, the other thing I want you to think about is I want you to think about not using momentum. So if you tighten it, watch me just a minute. If you tighten it and you have to do this to get it up, okay, I want you to just take and tighten it and just lift a little bit to get your heel off the floor, okay, and relax. And start little because it takes a lot of effort to get that leg up off the ground initially, okay? So tuck your tailbone, tighten, lift, lower, and relax. Tighten, lift, lower, and relax. Tighten, lift, lower, and relax. Let's do 2 more. Tighten, lift, lower, and relax. Last one. Tighten, lift, lower, and relax. Shake that leg out. Give it some love. Kind of give those muscles a little bit of tapping to allow it to relax. Okay. You know, there's some nights I'm laying in bed and all of a sudden my muscle will go. I know what it's like to have your muscles have a different mind than you have. Okay. So does that feel better, Barbara, when you do it with your leg bent? Okay. So remember, if something bothers you when you do it, so if you do an exercise and your brain is saying, I don't think this is right for me, don't do it. Okay. Because your body knows more sometimes than your brain thinks it knows. Okay. Because you have your will, and your will, you want to do what everybody else is doing. But sometimes you need that other part of your brain that says, nah, I don't think that's in my best interest. Okay. So let's go ahead and sit tall and proud again. Okay. Pull those ears over the shoulders. And we're going to tighten that quadricep. We're going to work on the right leg. And we're going to slowly lift it, lower it, and relax. So tighten, lift, lower, and relax. Tighten, 3, lower, and relax. Tighten, 4, lower, and relax. Do 2 more. Tighten, 5, lower, and relax. Last one. Tighten. Are you still tall and proud? Lower, and relax. Oh, I saw a lot of people go. It's so easy that when you get concentrating on the leg, especially if you're looking at the foot, right? Watch the difference. If I start looking at my foot, you go to where your vision is, and the next thing you're down here and you're doing it, and you go, wait a minute, tall and proud, I'm supposed to be up here, right? So it's amazing how our body just compensates. All right, let's go around the inside of the pickle barrel again. Relax, put your hands on your thighs so you have something relaxing those, keeping the stress off the off the spine. Okay, go the other way. All right, now let's go ahead and do our hip walk. All right, so go ahead and lift the hip and go forward. And remember, only do it to the degree that you feel like you should do it. You know your body, and if something doesn't feel right, do small motions or don't do anything at all. Okay. And let's go back again. And let's go back to the front and stay at the front of our chair. All right. Now we're going to move our hip in a different way. Let's go ahead and put our foot out, and we're going to do windshield wipers with our toes. We're going to let the toe go out and in, out and in. This is working the hip joint. So you can move the hip in this direction, but you also need to be able to move the hip in this direction. Okay. Actually, it's kind of rotating when we're doing this. Okay, let's switch to the other foot. Back and forth like a windshield wiper. All right. Then let's go back and do a little bit more for our belly. So let's first of all go to goalpost. Okay. So we're going to go to goalpost, and we're going to bring our arms forward. See if you can go forward almost to your arms touching, and then inhale and bring your arms back. Maybe not as far as you can, but let's just get the motions in our shoulders starting, and then go a little bit farther each time. Okay. Now this is working the shoulder rotators. Okay. So we just worked the hip rotators, and now we're doing the shoulder rotators. Okay, so now let's pause as we're out here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. That's building strength between those in the shoulder muscles. Now come forward And feel the stretch in the shoulders, right across the back. Inhale and bring them back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And exhale and bring your arms together. Now squeeze your arms together and tighten those chest muscles. Inhale. Stretch the chest muscles. Exhale, squeeze the chest muscles. So you're trying to squeeze these muscles that are right up here, okay? Inhale and bring them apart. And exhale and bring them together. Squeeze those chest muscles. Let's relax the arms down. Yep, we got to do that, don't we? You can feel that in those shoulders. We got to give those shoulders a break. And do both shoulders. Let's go back and do the head. Let's go back and do looking to the left. Let's watch our tennis game. Look to the right and center. We're getting ready for senior games. We can go watch tennis now. See that? To the right. We don't have to play it. We can go watch it. Center and right. All right, let's do the head tilt to the left. Keep the shoulders low. Keep the chin forward. Center. And then go to the right. And up to the left, get an itchy ear, and up and to the right and up. All right, now we're going to go back. We've gotten our shoulders a little bit more stretched out. Now can we bring your hands to the back of your head? Okay, and now we're going to twist the spine. We're going to go to one side, go straight ahead, and then to the right. Sorry, that's my phone ringing. Go to the left, straight ahead, and to the right. And one more time, go to the left, straight ahead, and go to the right. All right, now let's give that a break a second. Give those shoulders a break. All right, now let's go ahead and let's stretch out our IT bands. So you can bring one leg out and crisscross at the knees, okay? And let's start before we do the IT band stretch. Let's just run our ankle up our shin and back down and up. Just go to where you can and down and up and down. One more time and up and down. Now, if you can, bend the knee. Heel is under the knee, okay? And bring that leg up. And let's just sit there for just a moment, okay? And breathe and try to relax. Okay, think about relaxing that leg, relaxing those hips. Okay. Don't do anything that hurts, okay? You can use your band to kind of help possibly by having the band around your ankle and using that to bring that leg up and hold it there, okay? Or come all the way up if you can. Now, if you're all the way up and you want to, you can take your hand. I know we got people with different abilities, so you can drop that knee a little bit. Yep, and don't do it if it's too much. You listen to your body. You can hinge at your hips and bring your chest closer to your thighs. Like I said, I know we've got people with different abilities, but just don't do more than you think you should do, okay? Now, what's nice about this is the stretch up the side of the IT band, okay? And the stretching that happens in the hip itself. Come back up and let's switch to the other leg. Okay, again, we're gonna start with our leg, our left leg straight, crisscross the right over the top. Okay, and you're just gonna slide the leg up the shin and down, and up and down. 3 and down, 4 and down, 5 and down. Let's do one more. 6 and down. And again, you can put the band around your ankle if you want. And then crisscross and use that to pull the leg up, the leg farther. Okay. It's up to you. If you can get your leg all the way up there. Again, you want to sit tall and proud. Relax and let that knee go lower. You can press a little bit using that forearm to get that knee a little bit lower. Breathe. Only do what you can. If you want to, you can hinge at the hips with a slight arch to your back. Bring your chest closer to your thighs. Just do what you can do. That's all we do. And we just try to notice the improvement that we can get over time. Come on back up. And let's unfold those legs. Okay. When my mask is discombobulated, I'm so used to having glasses on that my first thing I do is I reach for my glasses, even when I don't have glasses on and I have contacts. It's so funny how that muscle memory, first thing I do is go to fix the glasses and then I realize, oh, they're not there. And then I go just fix the mask. All right. How's everybody feeling? Let's get up and walk around another for a minute. Get yourself a drink. Concentrate on the walking, the heel toe. Okay, because we've done quite a bit with the legs and we want to give those legs a break. If that wasn't enough for you, you can take and do a few more of those straight leg lifts if you want. Okay, so customize this to what you need it to be. And what we're going to do is when we get done with our little walk here, again, think about striking the heel, rolling to the toes, really make it a mindful walk. Feel the toes as they push off as you're walking. Okay. Feel the movement in the ankle as your ankle goes through a range of motion. Are your shoulders still square? Are your ears still over your shoulders, or is your head way in front of your body? All these things we tend to think of walking is easy, but we really want to do it well. Okay. And we're going to stop and we're going to stop our walk. We're going to stand next to our chair. Okay. Either side is fine or behind. Okay. And we're going to work on some calf strength. So you can hang on to the chair. If you need a lot more balance, put the chair in front of you. Okay. If you can do it with just the chair on the side. So we're going to work on our calf strength, but we're going to also work on our balance. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our feet parallel. So our heels and our toes are the same distance apart. Okay. Now notice how you're standing and try to make sure that your shoulders are over your hips. Try to make sure your ears are over your shoulders. Okay. And now without looking at our feet, okay, we're going to take and we're going to roll up onto our toes. You can hang on to the chair if you need to for balance, and then come on back down. Okay. And get used to that motion up your toes and back down. Up and down. Feet. Now this time I want you to pay attention to what your feet feel like as you're rolling to the ball of your foot and pressing up to your toes. So feel what your foot feels. And what does it feel like when it's coming back down? As you're going back up, can you feel all those muscles and joints moving? And down and up. Now, as you go up onto your toes the next time, I want you to think about putting pressure on the big toe to protect that ankle and make sure that the ankles don't roll out. Okay. Now, can you do that with maybe just fingertips on the chair? And you can go up faster if you need to and down. Get used to that motion. Okay. Go up and down and go at your own pace. Okay. Now, I want you now to pay attention to your calves as you're going up and down. Push through the big toe. Feel those calves working. Can you feel it working at the base where your Achilles tendon is? Can you feel it on the top of the calf? All right. Shake those legs out. Okay. That's a lot of work for your calves, but I really want you to practice mindfulness. So when we were walking, we were thinking about striking the heel, rolling to the toe, pushing off with the toe. Okay. Then when we got here, we're doing the same kind of motion, but we're not moving forward. We're doing it still. And the whole time we're doing that, we're strengthening our calves. We're strengthening the muscles in our feet. Because if you think about it, as we get older, how many of you have heard of people getting fallen arches? Right? Your feet get flatter as you go because you don't use all those muscles and things in your feet. So if you work on these, maybe we can improve them. Okay. I can tell you after doing these exercise classes, I have much less pain in my feet than I ever had before. Okay. So now we're going to take and let's point our toes out like we're duck footed. Our heels are closer together. Now it becomes more important when your feet are no longer parallel to make sure you're pressing through that big toe, because if you don't push through the big toe, our instinct is to go toward our pinky toes. Okay, our instinct is when we raise our feet to bend our knees and to go out this way. So if you think about pushing through your big toe, you're going to go straight up versus out. Okay. And again, feel what your feet are feeling as you're going up onto your toes and then coming back down. Feel what your feet are feeling, your toes are feeling. Okay. Go at your own pace. See if you can not hold on to the chair or just go to fingertips. Just see what you can do to improve, but don't push yourself too far. And watch where you're watching. Where are your eyes? Are your eyes up or your eyes down? Okay. Now, when you go up onto your toes, feel what your lower legs are feeling as you're going up and down. Okay. Can you feel the muscles in your legs working differently? Okay. Now let's turn our toes in. Okay. Same motion. Okay. So let's go ahead and roll up onto those toes, push through those big toes again and down and up and down. Now, what's interesting is when I do this part, especially with my feet turned this way, my instinct is to lean forward as I'm pushing. And with this one, for some reason, I tend to go this way. So I really concentrate on while I'm pushing that my whole torso goes up and not forward. Okay. Go up and down and up and down. And it takes that mental concentration so that I'm not pushing forward, but I'm pushing up. All right, let's shake those legs out. Now let's stand and let's curl our toes and lift them. Curl them and lift them. Curl them and lift them. That's kind of the way we can release the toes after they did all that work for us. Okay. Now let's go ahead and practice our one-footed balance. So you know your challenge point, right? So if your challenge point is standing and not holding on to the chair, that's where you start. Okay. If your challenge point is I can do a weight transfer, I can lift one foot, but I still need my toe on the ground, then you do that. If you can lift one foot completely off the floor, then you do that. But I want everybody to challenge yourself, and let's see if we can hold it for a count of 30. And I got to come up where I can see my timer. Ready? And go. See if you can hold it on that one foot. Okay. Just do your best. And you'll notice the leg you're standing on is going to get fatigued. So if you need to take a break, take a break. Okay, we're almost there. And stop and walk around. Give those legs give those muscles a break. All right. Stand next to your chair and kind of shake out those legs. Okay. Could you feel that tighten, Barbara? Where did you feel that tighten? Okay. So just kind of pay attention. Don't do too much. Okay. And that's where doing ankle circles might help. slow so that you get them a chance. So, because when you do an ankle circle, so what she was pointing to, so everybody knows, she was pointing to this part of her leg that was feeling tight. So it's the outside of the knee. So the IT band comes down and attaches right at that point. Okay. And then you have the outside muscles of the calves that are running here. So sometimes if you do ankle circles like that, you'll feel it stretch the whole lower outside and inside muscles of the lower leg. So learn about where your muscles are that may be causing you difficulty, and make sure you give them a break if they feel tense when you're done doing something. Okay, let's see if we can stand on the other foot. So when I do that, I like to switch to the other side of my chair. Okay. Let me take my little timer. Okay, so we're going to stand on the other foot this time. Do your challenge, whatever your challenge might be, and go. And don't do too much. So if your body is saying, I'm done doing that, my hips have had enough, maybe instead, maybe you do toe lifts, or maybe you do tummy tighteners. You need to pay attention to what your body's telling you, because your body's different than everybody else's. Just a few more seconds and stop. For some reason, that side felt shorter than the other side.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was still 30 seconds either way. So it's just really weird how the first one felt so much. So let's do some heel toe and stretch out those IT bands. So when you go up onto your toe and you push the other hip out, and then switch and go the other way. So switch and switch, switch and switch. So let's try that. So if everybody can get to a pole or the wall, let's try that other IT band stretch. Okay. I always have to work on this to get it right. All right, so take and cross the leg that's next to the wall to the outside. Okay. Is it the inside? I don't know. Yes. Okay. So I tell you, that's why I don't like this, because I never get it, because I always stretch the other way. So cross the outside leg in. Thank you, Joy. Okay. And then let that hip go toward the wall. And so you should be feeling the stretch on the side going toward the wall. Okay. And then come up and do the other side. So you have to turn to the other side. Same thing, cross the leg over and then dip the hip to the wall. And you should feel it stretched on the side going to the wall. And relax. So hopefully, so that stretches the same way as when we do this stretch here. So for some people who can't do this one, that can be a good choice. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to position yourself so you get to the point where you're feeling the stretch on the side of that's going to the wall. You feel that, Barbara? Okay. And it doesn't hurt. See, that's the important part. You want to do something, you want to do a stretch that feels, you can feel the stretch, but you don't feel the pain. Get yourself a drink before you sit back down. All right, and let's just, let me just remind everybody before we start stretching. Give yourself a break. You can kind of shake your legs out a little bit. So put your legs out in front and shake them. So we have class on Friday, and we have class on the 4th, which is next Monday, a week from today. And then the 8th, the 11th, and the 15th, we do not have class. Now, those of you that do online, you can do one of the recorded ones, okay? But I did want to let you know, and I will try to remember to send out calendars to you guys. Liz will be sending them out to everybody, but I'll try to send them out too. And for those that are in, no class on the 8th. I am going to be off work on the 8th and the 11th. Okay, I'm taking vacation those 2 days. And the 15th we're closed because of Good Friday. The whole Council on Aging is closed on Friday, the 15th. Okay,
Okay.
so let's go ahead and let's do a little bit of stretching now. Roll those shoulders back. Okay. Now close your eyes and see if when you roll your shoulders back, see if you can get to if you can relax more with your eyes closed. Concentrate on the motion and try to concentrate on the relaxation. Sometimes closing your eyes takes away those extra distractions. Okay, now sit tall and proud. You can keep your eyes closed if you want or do them open. And let's look over our left shoulder. Look straight ahead and over your right shoulder. Now I want you to pay attention to what it feels like as you go to the left. Where do you feel it? Or do you just feel that it just stops, but there's no discomfort? Go straight ahead. When you go to the other side, when you go to the right, when I go to the right, I feel it. I feel more of a discomfort when I get to the far side over there until I relax it. And then the discomfort disappears as I let the muscles relax more. Look straight ahead. I really want to teach you how to pay attention to your body. All right. So go back to the left again. What are you feeling? Relax. Straight ahead and back over the right. And remember, when you have a discomfort, you either don't go that far or try to relax in that position to get a little bit more flexibility, which may be the reason why you're feeling the discomfort. And center. But if we always go the same pace and we go, oh, we're over there, oh, it hurts. And we get to, oh, it hurts, and we don't make progress, then that doesn't necessarily help us. Let's roll our shoulders back again. Okay. Let's look up, look straight ahead, and look down. Straight ahead and up. Again, feel what your neck is feeling, straight ahead and down. Now take your head and tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. Again, what do you feel? Try to relax, but don't let it be painful. If it's painful, stop. Go to the right ear to right shoulder. Again, try to keep your chin forward, straight up. Go back to your left and up and back to your right. Now, if when you go to the side, let me just explain this too. If you go to the side and you feel something uncomfortable, our tendency is to tighten our muscles. And you may find when you go to the side that your muscles in your back tense because your muscles tense to protect them. Okay. So if I get into a position where I feel a little discomfort, I then have to figure out where that reaction is going to in my body. Okay. So I don't feel it when I go to that side, but when I go to this side, I feel a tense starting. I feel it here, especially in the shoulder. So then if I relax that, the discomfort disappears. But it's a matter of being aware of what your body is telling you and then come up. Okay. Because remember, your body is going to protect itself. Just like with a stress response, what happens when you get stressed, everything goes, I'm ready to run. Okay. Everything tenses up and you get ready to run. And if you don't run, that tension stays there. So likewise, when something tenses in your body, if you're not going to move, which sometimes what we'll do, we'll be done with the movement, we'll say, let's move. But sometimes it's the mind telling that muscle, hey, it's okay. Let's relax a little bit. And then you relieve that stress by doing it that way. All right. Let's bring our left leg out straight in front of us. Hands folded. Okay. Let's pull the toe back toward the nose. Feel the stretch in the back of the leg, especially the calf. Okay. And let's go ahead and hinge at the hips. Come forward if you can. And again, think about what you're feeling. Try exhaling and relaxing any body part that's uncomfortable as you do that. And see if you can relax the discomfort away by letting go, by exhaling. And breathing. And now let's go ahead and press on that right thigh and come on back up and switch to the other side. Let's sit tall and proud, relax our shoulders down and back. Pull that toe back toward our nose. Again, you can close your eyes if you want. If it helps you focus on what your body's doing more, that's a great option. Then hinge at the hips with a slight arch to the back and bring your chest closer to your thighs. Feel how the stretch changes and how the stretch goes from just the calf up the back of the leg to the base of the butt. And breathe. And especially when you do the exhale, try to relax more as you exhale. Press on that left thigh and come on back up. Roll those shoulders back. Let's breathe a little bit here. Okay? So you can sit back in your chair. Relax those shoulders down. Breathe. See how relaxed you can make your shoulders. Just imagine your head just balancing on your shoulders. Just relax. Think about your breathing. You can exhale audibly if that helps you relax. Shh. Try to exhale twice as long as you inhale. Exhale till you get rid of all the breath in your lungs. Try to relax that jaw, relax the eyebrows. Just consciously let them go. Go ahead and open your eyes, blink them. Take a nice big deep breath. Bring your arms up overhead. Exhale all the way down. We're going to do that again. Inhale, go all the way up again. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, bring your arms up and around. Give yourself a hug. Feel the warm hands on your arms, on your shoulders. Remind yourself you're safe and you're healthy. Unwind, open your arms. Bring your arms the other way. Feel that hug. Remind yourself you're loved, you're valued, and you're full of purpose. And everybody have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
You too.
And hopefully you're feeling more relaxed than when we started and a little stronger.
Yep.
Okay.